Hey, how's it going, guys? It is Fox98 here. Welcome back to a brand new video and another episode on my F1 2021 Road to Mercedes. We are here for the Mexican Grand Prix and a track that tends to favour the player, and it's probably going to be my best shot of claiming the final objective that I need to get promoted to Mercedes, which is a pole position. However, if I win the Drivers' Championship, I'll probably just allow myself to be promoted because I've won the title. Nonetheless, though, if you end up enjoying today's video, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. And we're going to crack on with this session then. So, in terms of the rivalry with Lando Norris, we've got one race to go, which is this one, and we're currently 25 to 20 up. So we need a good weekend, and we can beat him in the rivalry, which will be very, very sexy. Driver details, just to go through them, we've had 4 pole positions, 439 points, 7 race wins, 17 podium finishes, an average finishing position of P5, an average qualifying position of 10th, which kind of shows the problems with the game. The miles driven, 2,451. We've done 704 laps, 6 fastest laps, and we've obviously been part 2 teams. Now, in terms of the upgrades, as you can see, we are making no progress, and I'll tell you why. Because our facilities, for pretty much the majority of the season now, have been stuck at Spec 2, and they are not to Spec 3. I literally could easily just increase the finances coming into Aston Martin, but there's no point. And yeah, I literally cannot do anything. I'm waiting for this upgrade for the ECU to come in 2 days' time. And then I've got 12 days on the 2 durability upgrades. And that's it then. I have nothing to the car. So I'm a bit lost on that front on what to do there. But there's the vehicle performance comparison chart. So Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari all make big upgrades, and McLaren actually, to their cars, whereas we do jack shite. What we are going to do, though, in everything, is we're going to put a fresh new engine into our car. Why? Because I want to. I think it would be nice to get a brand new engine going. We've only got, how many races have we got left? We've got 4 races to go, and I've got, like, 2 engines spare. Like, yeah, I've got 2 good engines, should we say then. So I might as well just chuck on this engine for this race in Brazil, and maybe chuck on another one then for Australia and Abu Dhabi. So that's kind of the plan now. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into qualifying now and get this Mexican Grand Prix underway. Okay, good first lap there. 0.2 of a second behind Verstappen on a 13.4. That should get us through into Q2 on just the one run, which is good. There we go then, that is Q2 over and done with, and that is fastest out of everyone, so that's promising to see. Let's have a look at the lap times though, because Q1, everyone seemed to be faster in Q1 than they were in Q2 then. Let's have a look. How much faster were we by as well? 10th of a second, 12.9, yeah, they were setting 12.7s in Q1, so it's not all sunshine and roses just yet, but a 1:12.9 is a very strong lap to be putting in. Unfortunately, Stroll's knocked out in Q2, but then the gap is 0.4 of a second between literally everyone, so not a surprise there. But we're looking good for our pole position, but we need to work even harder to get it. There we go. That's our best lap of the weekend.
That was the fastest lap.
Okay, advantage us, but it's not over yet. This track suits our car, but there's still another set of runs to go, and anyone can improve. Let's just wait and see. Doesn't matter, we managed to get it, let's go!
You've got pole.
And there we go then, guys. As you can see, we have managed to get pole position, which does mean we've now completed all of the objectives required here at Aston Martin in order to gain ourselves a Mercedes AMG Petronas seat for next season, and I cannot wait to join Mercedes. But we're still here at Aston Martin, and we've still got work to do. We've got a race to get on with, and of course, we've got a lot of competitive drivers to deal with. So we managed to set pole. Again, though, this just shows how weird qualifying is. In Q1, they were setting 12.7s. Ricciardo set a 12.7, and he set a 13.1 in Q3. So A little bit off there, but we're on pole.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Thomas lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Lando Norris, and Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, and Russell, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Nicholas Latifi, and Mick Schumacher, Lundgaard, and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Right, so we're here on the grid then to start the Mexican Grand Prix, and basically the premise of this is we pretty much, I don't really mind where we finish. As long as we can finish above Charles Leclerc, that's absolutely fine, but race pace is normally quicker than qualifying, because the AIs, because everything is up to the max in qualifying, the AIs are OP anyway, but of course in the race, it's a different scenario, the cars are slower, so we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. So let's just get this race ready and underway. 5 red lights. I could not ask for a more perfect start than that. Hamilton's in the slipstream. Bottas goes defensive. Norris now fancies a run at Lewis. We've got a nice clean run. No one's going to interrupt me. Perfect. Oh my god, they have been held up so badly. Jesus Christ. That could be the last I see of everyone. That is, of course, if we've got the race pace. Which we'll see. But we're in the lead. By 2 seconds.
DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out. We can work on a fix remotely.
Thanks for that, Jeff. DRS failure. That's fun. Luckily, DRS has not been enabled yet. And I've got no one to DRS anyway. Right, we've got a gap of 2.3 to Bottas, but we are overheating the front left, so I need to be careful of that. Just thought I'd quickly show you something. You would have just seen then. This is the two Mercedes and Ricciardo and Verstappen fighting. And all they're doing is just building me a very comfy gap. As you can see, the two of them scrapping there in towards the middle sector, coming down into the hairpin. Bottas actually stays in front. Perez then gets in front of Daniel Ricciardo there. But all they've done, if you look at the gaps now, is give me a 5-second lead. That was 2.3 seconds half a lap ago. Thank you very much, boys. Thank you very much.
7 seconds.
Oh, there's yellow flag. What's that for?
Okay, clear.
That's one of the Ferraris, I think, that's going slowly, is it? Or has there been an incident? Someone's slowing down? One of the Ferraris is going slowly. Is it you? It is. Who are you? Oh my god, it's Charles Leclerc. Oh my god, it is Charles Leclerc. He's had an engine failure. That is massive for the championship. Oh my god. Yeah, it is. Leclerc's out of the race. He was the man that's closest to us in the championship, and he's out of the race. Wow. You couldn't script it, could you? Well, Cody's can. That's the whole point. Oh shit. Leclerc out. Hamilton and Bottas are fighting again. They're just allowing me to pull away. They're just doing this to themselves. I think Hamilton has actually cleared Bottas now. Whether he can come and catch me is another matter. Well, I doubt it. 7.1 seconds in 13 laps. When I'm already a rocket ship in a straight line? I don't think so, buddy. I'm really struggling with the front left tyre. It's just constantly at 103 degrees. I cannot cool it down. At least we've got a gap, but yeah, just struggling on that tyre.
Okay, some information on Perez. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
That helps. I think one of them is pitted. Yeah, Bottas has. That's fine, I guess. I mean, it stops Hamilton and Bottas fighting each other. I'm going to be boxing at the end of this lap, which is good. Because this front left, I just cannot cool it down. And most of the time, you can cool down the tyres better on a harder compound, or you don't have as much thermal deg. I've got horrible thermal deg on this front left. I've got 0 grip, so... Right, here we are then, in the pits. We're going to have pretty much, actually, we're going to have no traffic at all. It's going to be nice and rosy for me. Medium compound tyres going on, so we should have then... The aim is to try and get out in front of our teammate. If we can do that, that'd be great. If we cannot, that'll be depressing. And the answer is, it's going to be...
See these tyres through to the end now.
This is going to be hard. Oh my god, I just cut off Tsunoda then. I'll give Stroll the run, actually. Right, you sort yourselves out. Right, everyone pits. Except there's a few on the medium tyres that have not stopped yet, so... I don't know what my gap is to the Mercs, but it's bloody huge. I swear it's bigger than what it was. That's what she said. That's probably as best as I'm going to do in terms of fastest laps. So we're pretty much now just settled. I just need to look after the front left still. It's wearing out quite quickly. Bar that, we're in a complete league of our own today. I'll be honest, I'm spending most of my time just looking at the gaps between Bottas and Hamilton, just seeing it close down. It's actually quite entertaining. Bar that, I mean, I literally am miles quicker now on these mediums. Because they're not, I mean, I've got to still be careful at the front left. I don't know what the temp is actually on right now. We'll find out. It's on 101, so I've still got to be careful of it, but besides that, these tyres are holding up so much better, that it's just allowing me to push that a little bit harder, especially in the middle sector where I'm losing all my time, and just giving me the freedom to go for it a bit more. And you can see the gap just continuing to increase, despite the fact that Bottas is now in the DRS threat from Hamilton and should theoretically be using his engine modes. Thus, if we work out the calculations, he should be faster than us in Sector 1 and then faster in Sector 2. Therefore, should really be closing in on me. Just thought I'd show you guys a bit of racing action because there's nothing happening in my world. Hamilton with a slipstream on Bottas goes to the outside, and finally Hamilton passes Valtteri Bottas for what is second place in the Mexican Grand Prix, and he can now try and pull away. Nice backhand slide there, cheeky. Oh bollocks, that was a bad place to come back into the fray there. There we go. What was another yellow flag?
Final lap of the race.
What was that for? Was that a spin? Or was that what happened? Someone had an issue. It was behind these lot. It's one of the Alpines, was it? I was correct. I actually had the right driver as well. Fair play to me. Fernando Alonso, he's going to lose it then through the middle sector, I would have thought. As he comes on through. Oh, he's lost it. Ooh, oopsie-daisy. Scary stuff there for Alonso. He comes to a near halt, pretty much. On board with Fernando. So as he comes through here, he gets onto the curve. The back end's already come at that point. Fair play to manage to catch that. Jesus Christ. And then he chucks it in overtake, look. Just a typical AI thing. I've just lost the rear end through the high-speed middle sector. I know what I'll do. I'll chuck it in overtake. Why not? And there we go then. The confetti and the fireworks go off for us in the stadium. And we're going to round the final corner now and take the win here for the Mexican Grand Prix. A beautifully controlled race.
Fantastic drive, and it means your driver's world champion. What a result. Enjoy it.
And so the celebrations begin, and well-earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Aston Martin are really making waves in this sport, and what a special race it was to see them earn the top spot.
Okay, so we're here then at the full race results. So we managed to win the Grand Prix and set the fastest lap in the process there. And Lewis Hamilton comes across the line in second place, with Bottas finishing in third, Ricciardo fourth, Verstappen in fifth, Norris sixth, Gasly seventh, Sainz eighth, and Stroll the P9. A brilliant recovery from him today, and then Perez in P10. And we did actually win the Drivers' Championship, as you would have seen. I didn't actually think we had it in the bag, but I guess with that engine failure from Charles Leclerc, it was just that little bit more costly. Looking then at the championship standings, well, oh, we have won it, yeah. Oh, yeah, wow. It is literally because Leclerc had an engine failure. If he did not have an engine failure, we gained 26 points on him. Obviously, there's 3 races to go, so 78 points available. Yeah, no, it was literally because of his engine failure that we've just won that championship. Otherwise, he could have easily finished, let's just say P5 or whatever, and it would have been 10 points. Take away 20 from that, yeah, it would have been nip and tuck, and then the final 3 races, I don't think I'll be able to win them, but it would have at least kept the championship a bit closer. Yeah, it's literally because of that. But crucially, that's going to help us out in the Constructors' Championship. As we can see, Mercedes still lead the way with 387 points, but we now have 346 points, which is key, because we're now 41 points behind Mercedes. Of course, they do extend their advantage, but Ferrari are 78 points back. We're still in a fight with Ferrari. Now, it's going to be very hard to beat them, really hard, but we've given ourselves a great opportunity. Of course, I do like Brazil, and it's a power circuit, so we should be able to use our straight line speed to affect. Australia, I mean, the last time I raced there, I crashed out, and Abu Dhabi, I had a nightmare with, so yeah, those 2 circuits are going to come to bite us, but Brazil, possibly not. So we're going to go ahead now and get ourselves back to the laptop. Quick little one here, you can see that we've just won the rivalry versus Lando Norris. It's been a while actually since I've won a rivalry, but we take that, it gives us a lot more acclaim, level 16 now on the acclaim. Okay, so we're back then on the laptop, and yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. So hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode on my F1 2021 Road to Mercedes.
Okay,
If you have,
we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process.
No, we haven't.
With us for the next Grand Prix.
No, we haven't. We haven't had anything. We've had absolutely nothing. If you can see quite good. Oh, okay, we've had the ECU cover. Why did it tell me that then? I guess it just came through at an earlier point. Anyway, yeah, if you guys have enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well, and I will see you guys for the next race, which is the Brazilian Grand Prix. But for now, I'm out. Take care all. Peace.